Good morning. Now, I thought I might put some people through the pain again of me driving a motor vehicle across Europe. Now, I'm in south of France, it's early o'clock, and I have the dreaded 20-hour car journey ahead of me. But this leg is always really nice, and it's just gorgeous, and I hate leaving. I really hate leaving. So anyway, this is the beginning. I still look tired. I've only just got out of bed and had one coffee. Actually, one coffee, and I've jumped in the car. And so this is the fresh start, the very beginning of 20 hours. Now, I keep thinking one day it might be 19 hours or it could be 21 hours, but whatever I seem to do, it always ends up being this 20-hour journey from door to door. Yeah, it's so interesting. Anyway, so right now I am just north of Toulouse, and the next few hours I head towards Brive, is the rough direction. And oh, 1 second, we have my coffee has fallen. Hold on a second. I have a coffee here, but I'd better just stop and get that. Okay, hold on. Okay. Can you believe it? Look at this. I've gone for professional level portable coffee storage device, and it must be a little too large for the coffee holder, so it fell out. And these things always leak, so there is a miniature coffee situation down here. But I'll take that as a win, because things could have been much worse. I could have been on the motorway and it could have splashed all over the place. So I thought I would do that. Now, let's get on to wristwatches, because I do have a few bad boys with me, and I'm not wearing a wristwatch right now. That's because it's hot, and I mean, the watches are just there, but I was going to pull, when I'm on a different road, I was going to put them here and then do the back and forth thing. So I plan to do that, but I am just thinking, because I'm in this gorgeous country, let me show you the roads. Hold on. So take a look how gorgeous this place is. So I've got these roads for at least an hour and a half, actually. It's like this the whole time until I get to a motorway. And you can see it is so delightful. Look at that. It is lovely. Isn't this super? It's very, very nice. And because it's the morning, that's why the light is good, but it will get hot today. But hopefully I'm going to be around midday. I'm going to be in the middle of France, the massive central, and hopefully, because I'm zooming along, it's not going to be too hot in the car. But I am wearing shorts and t-shirt, ready for some hot weather. And anyway, I'll say ciao at this point in time, and then I'll think of something interesting to say. Look, there's there's a chicken there, and I'm not able to show you, but to my right there's a goat. Oh, what a shame. The bit where it's so lovely I missed. I do apologise, because I have this nice junction here and this little bridge. I thought I would quickly show you. Look at this. This is living. This is what you call heaven. This is just, if you're a motorist, you like travelling around in cars. You can't beat roads like this. It's just so delightful. Look at that. Isn't it delightful? I think, yeah, they are poppies on the right there. You probably can't see them, but there's a poppy field. As I get to the junction, you might be able to see. In fact, as I swing left, you're going to see more poppies. So check those out. Poppy heaven around here. Look at that. Isn't that good? What a cute, lovely place. Look at this. Nobody on the road. This is like heaven. For me, this is heaven. You will not beat this, I don't think. In the world, there are some other gorgeous places. Of course there are, that are just like this. But this really does feature for me as one of God's heavenly places on earth. This is absolutely gorgeous. Grapevines to the left, poppies to the right. I mean, that's how you rock. Isn't it delightful? Now, I'm just checking no one is coming. So, we have traffic on the road for the first time. Amazing, huh? Isn't it lovely? Isn't it delightful? I love these old French buildings. Just being here is a holiday, is a restful tonic by itself. Literally just being here, it's so delightful. There's a tractor, so I had to show you him. There's lots of agricultural machinery around here. I love it. And I also wanted to say, do not worry guys, this one will not be over 2 hours in length. I thought to myself, how on this earth did I create such a monstrous beast of a movie? But this one will be much shorter. So I've just started consuming this life support device, and it's really, I really nailed it with the coffee on this one. It tastes fantastic. Now, there's enough there to feed a small army, I understand that. So this for some people would be 3 coffees. For me, it's 0.5. It's basically half a coffee. And remember, I only, oops, a daisy. Oops, a daisy, I can't believe it. I've actually overshot my junction. Now I can go that way, but why don't you see this in real time? I'm going to reverse and look at this for driving skills. I've overshot my junction. I mean, actually I can go the way I'm going, but I'm committed now. So I should go down the way I was planning on going. Whoopsie-daisy. I'm going to just indicate. There we go. So they know that I'm going down here. There we go. Because I was so busy chatting to you guys, drinking coffee, I missed my junction there. Now, I'm back on this route. It's literally fractions of a second quicker. I should have gone straight forward. I do not know what I was thinking. I don't know, but at least you saw my reversing skills, and I imagine they're pretty impressive. Life support. You do need a life support. Actually, I've allowed myself to become addicted to caffeine. Actually, that's not true, because some days I definitely I don't have any coffee at all. Actually, what is interesting is I do feel sleepy until I have a coffee, so I am not correct. I probably am addicted to coffee, so I do apologise about that. But hopefully that's the only thing I'm addicted to. So if that's my only vice, well, not actually. My other vice would be G-Shock, and wristwatches, that would be a terrible vice. Okay, so if they are the only two vices, drinking coffee at a professional level and collecting watches at a professional level, if those are my only two bad things in life, actually that can't be true. I'm quite sure that other people have got a list of things that I'm bad at, that I'm really bad at, and I'm terrible. I'm quite sure the list is huge, but because it's me, I can only see two problems: drinking coffee and collecting wristwatches. I only see those two things as a problem. Everything else about me is pretty good. Everything I say, everything I do is pretty good. I mean, is literally professional level, which means you do want to do exactly what I tell you. That's what I would do. If I was advising someone, I think my advice would be along the lines of do everything I say and believe everything I do. Or is it the other way around? Believe everything I say and do everything I ask you to do. That would be my advice. Now, I'm aware that a third party, another person, is going to think very different of me and think I am not as good as that. But it's because they don't drink 17 cups of coffee a day. It's because they don't have as many G-Shocks as I do, and they don't have the right G-Shocks. That's why they have judgment. Anyway, let's get back onto G-Shock, because I realised that I do have a problem collecting G-Shocks. Because actually, let me turn the camera around, because this is much nicer than my face. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this for a Monday morning drive. Isn't it delightful? Look at that. Oh, it's lovely. And once again, shooting video whilst I'm here. The other reason that I'm actually doing it is because I consider that I'm creating a time capsule. Because if I watch this video again in the future, when I'm an old git, because right now I'm a spring chicken, but as I become a fossil and I watch this, I'm going to be so impressed with myself for having the idea to take a video of this journey, because it will have captured the roads at this journey, you know, at this point in time. And I imagine, you know, many decades future, this really will be some footage that would be regarded as a time capsule of information. And I keep thinking that would be so cool, but I'm really thinking it'd be cool for me. I want to see this journey in 10 years' time. So that is actually one of the reasons that I'm doing it. And oh, I love it. I really do. I like it so much. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to show you this. I don't know if you've caught it. You might not have. Sorry, there was a tractor to my right, and it wasn't caught on camera. I do apologise. Anyway, look at this. How delightful. Okay, so to my right, I'm I always think it's such a waste of time. I mean, I really think it's a waste of time. You know, how boring to constantly be thinking about yourself or emotions and feelings when you could be thinking about the unified field of energy, or what electrons are doing around nucleus, that sort of thing. So anyway, this sort of place, driving along like this, for some reason, it makes me have thoughts of grandeur. It makes me think about the world that we live in and nature. And you know, I love nature, anything that's organic, that's biological organic. I think that is so cool. I mean, look at this jungle. So this is why I left the camera running, is because I wanted to show you this. Look at that. Isn't that delightful? So this is probably one of the nicest parts of the journey, and that junction there is one of my favourite junctions around this place. It's magical. The only word I can really think of is that it's magical. And I think the locals here have kept this entire place as not touristy as possible, although, you know, it's always going to be touristy, because when you find this place, you can't see it, but right in front of you there's a castle on top of that rock. You can't see it. I do apologise. Anyway, this bit of road here, for some reason, is my favourite. And once again, the French roads are like, a lot of them are like this. They're really good quality. Driving on them is delightful. It is so delightful. So whilst I'm driving on this really nice place, I'm probably going to miss some footage, but I've actually got to put the radio on, and I'm going to continue drinking my life support beverage, and I'll be back. So because I'm in this lovely little village, I thought, why don't I show you driving through here. It's a lot of the south of France is like this, actually. Lots of little town communities, and I really like it. I think it's good. I like towns. I like things being urban. I'm not really a city person. I think I might have mentioned that in another video. It's only my preference. I understand people in cities, and it's cool. And I live in a city. I mean, gosh, so it's very rich coming from me. But these days, if I could really choose, and I suppose I can choose, but I would spend much less time in cities. I would want to be in the country the whole time. So I think that's also what older people, you know, what more boring people, like me really, we tend to like the country, becomes a lot more appealing. And yeah, I suppose there is a slower pace of life generally, but it doesn't mean I'm living a slow pace, because I wear a gold G-Shock. Now, I don't think that's very slow. That's definitely it's more along the trend-setting side of things. And you know, I was thinking about getting a gold bracelet, a gold necklace, like Trax NYC. I mean, he's pretty cool. And imagine if I wore my gold G-Shock and a gold bracelet. That would be a statement. I mean, that would be, especially if I wore the gold bracelet necklace to a business meeting. Do you know, I'm so tempted to do that, you know, to see what the reaction might be. It might look a little bit out of place because I'm perhaps, you know, not that flamboyant really. I'm probably a little more boring really. I think that the gold necklace, I think that might be a step too far, I'm not sure. Anyway, look at this road here. So this is probably the equivalent of the morning rush hour. This is as bad as it gets. So this is the equivalent of a French morning country traffic jam. You know, this is what busy, hectic traffic looks like. I imagine that the locals think, oh, the traffic's terrible right now. You don't want to travel right now. There's too much traffic on the road. So yeah, this would be as busy as it gets. This would be, yeah, this is your morning commuter traffic rush hour. Anyway, let me put the camera down because I've got to negotiate something right now. So I'm about to hit some faster roads here, so I thought I'd show you the difference like this. I've got the windows down, and so the road noise and the air is going to increase. So that's where I'm going to save some time on the video. I won't chat so much when I'm cruising along at high speed with all the ambient noise, because it's a little bit painful. And you're coming up. We are coming up to a péage. So this is the first one of this journey, and it's lovely. And well, at least you're getting to see the péage. It's cool, isn't it? In fact, I'm going to leave the camera rolling here so that you can see what's going on, because it's so cool. And I actually have to get out of the car. So why don't I just leave the camera rolling? In fact, I will do. Stay right there. I shall be a second. Okay, so got the ticket, the barrier is open, and we are off. That is the first péage of this journey. I am taking a slightly different route back well, I'm going to head towards Paris, and sometimes I take a slightly different route, but on this occasion I'm going to go this way. Anyway, the noise is going to increase now because I'm going to be flying at light speed. So I'm going to say ciao at this point, and I'll switch the video back on when, number one, I've thought of something to say and the ambient noise isn't too bad. So this is the end of my péage, and I think I'm in the right lane. I should be. And I thought I would show you. Yeah. Okay. It's quite interesting. I will. This is the because I have the ticket. I will have to pay at this one, and I will get out, and I shall do that. I shall do that now. So there you go. That's the first péage of this trip, and I think I have 3 more actually, because I'm going to go via Paris on the way up. Well, that's my plan right now, and I do have a few more of the péages, but I quite like them because for a moment I get to stretch my feet, which is very nice, and yeah, it's like a forced little break. It's not too bad. Anyway, because the ambient noise is going to increase, I shall switch off now. Anyway, back again soon. So I'm not sure how this will look, but I thought to myself, why don't I bring out the big guns? And of course I'm going gold, and this is the TFG. Now this is one of my favourite G-Shocks of all time, because it's well, it's gold, and it tells everyone that you are in charge. And so is this the boss watch? I'm not too sure, but it's the one that I'll wear it on my left hand. Well, actually no, I'll put it back on my right because I think you'll be able to see it. But it's the one that I wear, and I have the most fun with it. This I love wearing this. I always seem to have a really nice meeting or a nice time, and because it looks so ridiculous and gold, but I would quite like it. So maybe it matches. It looks big there. It isn't that big. It really isn't. Now, I do apologise if you can hear ambient noise. I've got both windows open slightly, and we're zooming along here, but the road's quite gentle, and the lighting's really good. But not only have I got the TFG, I've got the cornflake. There you go. Now, I don't know if you can see the cement cornflake recrystallized effect on the bracelet, but you might be able to see it there. It's got that dull matte shine to it. But what I keep really enjoying about the cornflake is that when you touch it, it feels like you're going to be touching cement or something ceramic. In fact, perhaps ceramic is the better description, because it doesn't feel. Yeah, in fact, saying that this is saying that the cornflake is more ceramic is probably quite accurate, actually. There you go. Hopefully you can see that, and I mean the lighting is great, so it looks lovely. But this is the cornflake, but I also have the other gold beast. So I've really gone gold at this point in time, and I've got a feeling I might stay gold. This is the GD-9, indicating negative display and gold. And I won't be able to show you these two, I don't think. Maybe not. But this is very similar. But this with a black t-shirt or black jeans or this colourway does sort of go with lots of things. It is really nice. And I'm often wearing this one as well because when I'm wearing a black t-shirt in particular. But I do like both these watches. There is something I notice about the negative display on this one. Is it better than the positive display? And it is possible. I think some people might think that the negative display on the GD-9 perhaps is the better display colour on the full metal gold. And so, I've got an itch on my arm there. Probably from a bug, hopefully not a bug today, because that would mean that the bug is inside. But let's see if I can get this closer. There's the negative display with the polished, with the brushed bezel, and there's the positive display with the polished bezel. They're quite cool, aren't they? In fact, as I'm glancing at both of these, as I'm zooming down, the black one definitely matches better because the interior of the car is black. This does, the negative display definitely matches better. And if I was wearing a black t-shirt, I would say definitely the negative display is better. But the full shiny, for some reason, probably would pip this one to the post because it's just that little bit more blingy with its fully shinied exterior experience. It's pretty cool. about to negotiate the traffic. Hopefully the ambient noise isn't too bad. If it's a little bit noisy, I apologise. I will. I'm also waiting for a traffic jam or somewhere where there's less traffic noise. I don't think I'll be able to lift the windows up completely because it is quite warm, and the draft that's coming through is the nice bit. Anyway, I will speak again soon. So I've just come off the motorway, and I'm heading to the gas station. So I thought I would show you because I don't know, I think it's interesting. And this gas station is very welcome because I have I'm flashing red. I've got literally I'm running on fumes. So on this occasion, I've never been so happy to see the sight of a gas station. And when this truck moves, I will be able to get in. Here we go. I can't believe it. I feel very happy to have arrived here, and I think this one is free over here. I'm assuming so. There you go. Happy days. So I've just fueled up with petrol, and firstly I'm wearing the cornflake because I'm in the gas station, I'm not driving. Maybe I can spend a bit more time. I think that's showing what you can see. It's pretty cool, huh? And once again, the non-glossy, the very matte finish is very cooling, and I thought for a moment this might make me feel a little cooler, but I do like it. I really do. Now, the most important thing, the second most important thing is I've just got a French grande cafe latte. Now they say grande. I would in the UK and the US that is a miniature coffee. That's never seen grande. Now thirdly, I have look at this. We are dining today. This is called homemade spaghetti bolognese with Parmesan cheese on top. Now, I made it the other day. Well, was it yesterday? I'm just going to try. Mamma mia, fantastic. I'm going to eat this and come back. It's actually cold, and even though it's cold, it tastes fantastic. There is a secret ingredient in here, and that secret ingredient is cumin. French ground beef, lots of onions, lots of garlic, and some very cool pasta, and I forget its name, but this is cold and it tastes absolutely fantastic. I know there's a big amount there. I shan't eat it all, but I am definitely going to have a munch right now. Okay, I shall tuck back in again. I wanted to say one thing. The French food is gorgeous. I don't know why, but everything tastes better in France than it does in the UK for some reason. The beef, the pasta, it tastes so good. Anyway, so greedy guts me. I've eaten half. That wasn't my intention, but I'm going to save the rest of this for a little further along the journey. My goodness, cold pasta and bolognese, fantastic. So in the words of Flossie Carter, let's keep the ball rolling, and I thought I'd show you myself reversing out of here. Why not? Now this place is so busy, I imagine there is somebody waiting to take my place, and it's a very nice service station, I have to say. It's lovely. Yeah, there's literally someone coming out as I'm coming out. But there we go. Very good. Very good indeed. And I shall just turn the camera around. I thought it was interesting here, so I thought, why don't I show you the exit? I've got my windows wide open. I'm just checking that just checking that I've got everything with me. Yes, I have. And yeah, what a lovely day. What a lovely day. Anyway, let's whiz along here. I thought I would show you this little bit, because it's very nice, it's very French, it's also very busy. But the minute I join the motorway, I shall switch off, because there'll be a lot of noise anyway. And I'm just making sure that I catch the correct direction. But that's going south, and to go north I need to go this way. And yeah, because very cleverly at this service station there is only one service station on one side, and that services both carriageways, which is kind of cool. It makes sense, I suppose. And yeah, okay, so I've had to join the carriageway, so things are going to get more noisy. So at that, I'm going to say ciao for now, and just let you know that this is great. What a lovely day so far. It's very, very nice. So we are approaching a péage, and I thought, because they're so exciting, I thought I have to show you this one. Now, I'm just following the little green arrow, and I always have to get out because the driving is on the other side, and I think I'll use this one here because he seems to be free, so why not? And there we go. I'll go and get my little ticket. So there we go. Péage number 2. I do think I have 2 more, but maybe the route I'm on, it might only be 1, but I think there's, after this one, so this is the beginning of the second péage, I do actually have, I do have 2 more, so that's okay. Anyway, there you go. Actually, whilst I'm here, this is approximately halfway from the south of France to Paris, to Calais. So I'm about 300 miles in, and I think I'm about I think I'm about 7 hours in. So we're not doing. It's not too bad. I've eaten, I've had plenty of coffee, I'm wearing the cornflake G-Shock Full Metal Square. We are all good. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you the halfway mark. So just a quick shot. When I last videoed, I said that I was 7 hours in. At that point in time, I was 6 hours in. In actual fact, I'm now 7 hours in. Anyway, I thought I'd show you the latest on the on what I'm wearing. The cornflake has kept the wrist for this leg of the journey, and it's very nice. So as I was thinking about what to say, I thought to myself, I should tell everyone this should be the gold run, because I've really only got 3 gold G-Shocks here, and my intention is to only wear these 3 on this run. Anyway, I'm going to be overtaken, so the ambient noise is going to come back. Hold on. When I'm on camera, I tend to slow down a bit, and the French are actually, they do move along. I think the speed limit here is 130 kilometers an hour, which I think is about 70, 80 miles an hour. I think it's 80 miles an hour. So, you know, but some are, probably going quicker than that, and they really move. Anyway, the cornflake in warm weather does seem to fit, actually, the matte colouring of this watch. And maybe you can't see, or maybe you can. It was pointed out to me that the display does have a gold hue, and it definitely does. I thought it might be the gold colouring. There is a gold line around the display itself, and I thought that might be reflecting a gold hue on the display, but it's not. I'm pretty sure that display is just slightly Casio have coloured it gold. They've given it a gold touch, and it does look very nice. And the brick pattern on the cornflakes is a lot more emboldened, so when you're looking at it does stand out. I do like it. I keep looking at the cornflake, this one, and thinking it is rather nice. Now, what hasn't happened is Casio have not released yet or said that they're going to offer the cornflake in black, because I thought that this might lend itself to a black colourway. You can just imagine how it might look. I imagine that the recrystallised effect, I call it the cornflake effect, on the steel there, in black, I thought it might look really nice. Anyway, I'm chatting because this bit of road is clear, but there's some traffic ahead and behind me, so I'll come back in a moment. Now, it is my intention to also do this run in a self-driving Tesla, for example, or I'm more than happy to test the other self-driving electric cars. And I thought that would be so cool, because I could actually spend a lot more time concentrating on the watches that I've got with me. And with self-driving, you always have to have a driver sat able to take over the control of the car, but it'd be much easier. Now, I had swapped over to the GD-9 with the negative display, and as I was looking at it, I thought, oh, that is cool, that really is good. And as I remember, the actual solid gold 35th anniversary solid gold version of this, I am sure it's something that I wanted to check out. I'm sure that the very original prototype, they actually used the multiband 6 module that indicates the power level, the solar and multiband 6, and it had a positive display, and that was the solid gold 35th that I think might have been shown that the year before. Then the year that the 35th collection was released and the solid gold was released, what they had done is that they popped in this module into that solid gold piece. So I believe that the module in that solid gold is this, but with the MRG module, because with the MRG module, correct me if I'm wrong, the circuit board is completely made of electronic gold, so all the circuit contacts are gold. in actual fact, it is synthetic gold, so that they can literally manufacture gold. They use gold because of its electrical properties. It's just such a good conductor of electricity, and I understand that they can, the gold circuitry will last longer. But I'm sure that the display is the bit that perishes first. Sorry, the battery, it will always perish the first at the moment, and the display, the liquid crystal part, maybe I've used the wrong technology there, but I imagine the display is the second consumable item to not work. But then Casio probably thought about this, and they probably also made provision for, in the decades to come, for example, that solid gold piece and all the MRG squares, they will be able to replace the rechargeable battery cell and the display itself, and the electronics should all be ticking away fine, because apparently the build quality on the actual circuit board is as high as they can get it. Anyway, I'm off on a tangent there, but this, to the untrained eye, could very easily look like the solid gold version, and this is the gold IP steel version. Anyway, I think that Casio, there's a very good chance that Casio will release the MRG version of this with the thin red line, with most probably a positive display, although they might like this colourway, because the thin red line would still work. But I'm really hoping that if Casio does release a solid gold MRG square, it is the positive display with the thin red line. And I keep thinking, yeah, that's going to be a watch that I'm really going to go for. And then of course the MRG King, which I've been calling my exit watch, because I think having an MRG King on my wrist is going to make me feel like I climbed Everest in the watch collecting space. And I am quite sure that my watch collecting the scope and maturity, there's still lots of it there, because every now and again I do look at brands like Moser, MB&F, Rolex, Patek Philippe, Richard Mille. I mean, when you hit Patek and Richard Mille, the dollar value, is really quite heavy, and unless you've got an awful lot of money, disposable income to throw at these Pateks and Richard Mille are probably, just out of range. But saying that, even if I had the firepower to go Richard Mille and Patek, and Casio released an MRG King, I would still want that MRG King, and I'd still want the MRG Gold Square, which has made me think, maybe the Casio G-Shocks, well, the full metal Casio G-Shocks, the digital displays, I suppose it is my lane. Not that you have to be in a lane, but there is something about the Bluetooth connectivity, solar, multiband 6, obviously, that I like in a watch. I like the fact I can just pick it out, make it match my outfit. Perhaps I'm a little bit lazy that way, but it doesn't mean I don't like mechanical watches, and I don't like everything about mechanical watches, because I really do. But I suppose I do lean towards the digital watches, because for me they are easier to wear, because I'm such a fashion victim, and because I swap them all the time with the t-shirt I'm wearing. I do tend to wear the G-Shocks more often. But I do keep thinking, what if I grow up a little bit and start wearing a mechanical watch every day? That could happen. I have to face that. But then I think, yeah, because when I put the Omegas on and I wear those, I might put it down for a day because it's automatic, it's already charged up. I'll put it back on. But after a couple of days, I am back to the square, do find that very interesting. Anyway, I thought I would talk a little bit about my love of the gold full metal square, and how these darn things, you know, make my journeys a little interesting, because I can look at the things, I can swap which one I'm wearing, and I can chat to you lot on camera as I'm driving along. Anyway, the traffic is getting a little busy, so I will come back in a moment. You can tell that we are getting a lot closer to Paris. We're still a good few miles south, but this is the first time that the traffic has built up, and it looks like this. It literally, all the south of France, all through the massive central, we've got to this point, which is really just south of Paris, where the traffic has built up, and it feels more like a busy European city traffic. So I thought that was interesting. And just before I go, I was also I was just thinking about the MRG King, and I was thinking, if you pick up an MRG King, or if you own one, or if you pull up a picture, you'll see that it's really it's a square on steroids, because they've just built out the case. And if you look at the buttons, they've sort of made them bigger, and they are rubberized. And using those buttons, they feel so good if you actually have access to an MRG, a King. And imagine that as the MRG treatment, because I imagine instead of having rubber buttons, they'll make the buttons metal and larger, like on the Frogman. And I thought, that is going to be so cool. Anyway, I just thought I'd mention the King. Anyway, I'm going to concentrate on driving again. I thought I'd show you this road. There are 4 lanes plus there are 5 lanes in total, and it's a lovely road, and it was also quiet. There isn't that much road noise, so I thought I'd show you. This road is so smooth. There's hardly any tyre noise. I don't know what the surface is, but it's a lovely road. It's so noticeable. It's so much quieter than the other roads. So I imagine that it's a new surface that's simply quieter than 4 tyres. Now there's a total service station coming up. I'm really hoping to use this service station, but I had to fill up because I had no gas left. But this is the one that I was thinking of coming to, because also the petrol is cheaper. Anyway, I thought I would show you. It's a really nice road, and I have the windows open, so it should be much quieter on the audio. Also, I've got to make a decision now whether or not I head for Paris, or I go west and head for a place called Rouen. I don't know its pronunciation, but it's spelled Rouen. But that would mean that I miss Paris completely. But on the sat-nav, it is about 20 minutes slower, so that means there's really not a lot in it. It could mean that the roads there will be many more junctions, and perhaps it's a little longer, because going through Paris sounds counterintuitive, but there are main roads going through Paris, and sat-nav looks at that and it will take you through them. So I think at this point in time I'm going to stick on my Apple Maps recommendation and stick on through the centre of Paris, because that seems to be the way forward. Anyway, also if I go through Paris, I'm going to be doing it in daylight, so I can take some footage, which is really cool. So I will here we go. And I think I'm able to, yeah, let's get this one. And this is one of the stops that I am paying, so I have to get out. And at least I can stretch my legs for a moment, and I shall do that. Let's see, this guy was off. Even those that are driving on the left, you can see that they have to stretch to get to the machine. And I literally, well, I shall just park here and then leisurely walk around. It makes no difference. Okay, I shall do that. Okay, it has accepted my payment and we are through. So that is péage number 2 complete. But I do think I have 2 more, and now I think I'm about 1 hour south of Paris, maybe half an hour. But anyway, I shall definitely film something in Paris. So I thought I'd show you this standstill traffic. We are in Paris now, but this is the south bit of Paris. We're on the motorway, but there's a junction here on the right, and we are at standstill. And I do remember this bit, and it is a little. I'm probably like this now for the next 30 minutes, but that's okay because the time that I arrive in Calais sounds good. I will have been travelling. If I arrive at Calais, based on what my sat-nav says, I will have taken exactly 12 hours from where I was in the south of France to Calais. Now that would be very good, that timing would be excellent, but I've got a feeling that we can add half an hour onto that time now, and then perhaps another half an hour. So I think it's more likely to be 13 hours. So 13 hours is okay, but then I will have about 6 more at least. Well, 4 more on the road, and the rest will be on the ferry. So that is fine. Anyway, I will be shooting me on video a bit later when I'm tired, because I imagine my conversation, is dire. Anyway, I'm going to sit in this traffic, and I'll show you anything that looks interesting. I thought I'd show you this traffic. So I am in the centre of Paris now, really, and I've got this gridlock traffic. So this is 5 p.m. On a Monday, so I suppose it's rush hour time, and sat-nav says that I'm going to be like this for about 30 minutes, and so that's going to be 45 minutes in total, and yeah, it's a little bit yeah, it's a little bit rough, but we're in Paris, so there you go. Avoid 5 p.m. in Paris because I've got a feeling it's always like this. Also, it is very warm. I think it's about 30 degrees ambient, and thankfully the sun, there is cloud cover, but there's a hot ambient temperature here, so it is quite warm. Okay. So there has been a crash or something here, so that might have been contributing a lot to this delay, so that's a good sign. It's very noisy because I've got my windows down, but I thought I'd show you this bit. I'm still stuck in pretty bad traffic, so it's probably very noisy. The windows, I've got them fully down because it's hot. And yeah, I think I'm about half an hour in traffic jam. So anyway, another shot with the so we're in a tunnel, but obviously this bit you can see up to the sky, and it's quite nice when you're driving along, but yeah, this jam's not too good. at night time, when it's empty, this would be very cool. I'm showing you this bit because as the light comes through, it should look good. There you go. And also a bit of fresh air. Once again, I apologise for the noise. I've got the windows down because it's just too hot with the windows up. Yeah, so hopefully I'm about at least halfway through this traffic. Hopefully. But sat-nav is indicating I've got 20 more minutes of gridlock like this. So that's going to be pretty... Anyway, it's going to end, so that's very good. And this is a different way. I'm not even sure that I've actually been this route through traffic before. So that's very interesting. Anyway, there you go. So I just thought I'd show you this bit. It is very noisy, and again, I do apologise. This traffic is really bad, and we've just had the emergency services come by, and that was pretty tricky. Traffic is bad. It's really bad, and the driving etiquette, the road etiquette, is terrible. It's really bad. The drivers are very impatient, and no one gives a damn. It's not very nice driving here. Moving a little better here, and there's a little more to see of Paris. But we are heading to the north bit of Paris now, and I shall be leaving Paris very soon. The French, the Paris traffic at this time of the day is horrible. It's making me think, gosh, you really don't want to be travelling at this time. I've been stuck in exactly this for about 45 minutes now. It's not good. The truth is, driving through Paris at this time of the day is really quite a challenge, and I think I've just got free of the worst, and yeah, and I've got to get over now. Hold on. The French do not let you in. Gosh, they really don't care. Gosh. I suppose it's like every busy city. Everyone's a bit hot and bothered and trying to get somewhere. So nobody wants to let you in. And anyway, I'm through the worst, and we are rolling now. And it's still very warm. We have an overcast sky, and I'm about 3 hours from Calais. So all is good, really. Oh no, I fear I spoke too soon, and I'm picking up a lot of red lights and slow-moving traffic once again. Oh dear, oh dear. I really did speak too soon because I have another 13 minutes of standstill traffic like this. This is a bit of a nuisance. So this time I should be free of stationary traffic. That was horrible. That was 1 hour of horrible traffic. I really don't want to do that again. You are not going to believe it, or maybe you are going to believe it, but I think I was without stationary traffic for about 3 minutes. And then so I'm outside Paris now, and this is probably simply volume of traffic, but it's pretty horrible, and yeah, and you do feel a little bit fed up with yeah, this is not that impressive. Hopefully this is the end. This is the end of that Paris nightmare. What that was, I could say it was pleasurable because it was Paris, but no, that was a nightmare. It was horrible. Do not do it. Absolutely this feels lovely to be driving along like this. Okay guys, we have a péage. That's how exciting things are getting these days. And also it's raining, which is making me happy, but where am I going? This one here. It's making me happy, but it's still very hot here. But I know how much you're going to like these péage stops, so I had to film it. And there you go. There we go. This is péage number 3, and I think this, believe it or not, I think I have another one. If not, this might be the last péage of the journey. Now I know you're going to miss those. Okay, so you know what's happening. This is the final péage. This is the last one. So on this trip there has only been 3, and so that dreadful Paris situation has been nullified by the péages. Sometimes I do 4, sometimes 3, but it looks like that this is the very last one. So because they're cool, I thought I would show you the péage. And this is where my legs get a little break for a moment, because I have to get out and pay. So I shall do that right now. So, okay, here we are. That's it, the final péage. And my legs have just had 30 seconds of exercise, so that is very good. Okay, I am getting a little tired now, and I'm approaching 11 hours, I think. I can't even think. So I'm going to say ciao there and probably film again when I approach the ferry. So I was right. I've come straight to another péage. So this would be the 4th. So my péage counting was correct. There are 4 péages, and I don't remember grabbing. So every time the sat nav does seem to take me on a different route. Anyway, hold on. So this is the last péage, but I've just taken the ticket. So there will be one more péage stop that will equal the 4th and the last one. So hopefully that will happen. I'm just getting into the right lane. And okay, so the next stop will be the last péage, and then the ferry at Calais. I must say, I do feel to be this must be a different route again, because I don't remember those 2 péages being so close together. Well, 2 péages being close together like that. I do not remember that. But this road is very nice. It looks lovely. Anyway, so I have the péage payment to go, and then hopefully no more péages. That'll be 4. That's enough. And then it will be on to Calais. And my sat nav indicates I have 70 miles remaining, so that shouldn't be too bad. And about 1 hour. So there you go. Actually, I thought I'd show you this bit of the road, because it's I imagine it looks very magical on the video there, because I'm heading straight into the sunshine, going northwest towards Calais. So it is very nice, and I'm thinking I could really do with a large latte that I will not have now until I'm on the ferry. Probably I'm going to keep my foot down so I don't miss my 10 o'clock, because I was sent a message saying don't miss your ferry, and expecting this really is the last péage. But I have just received a message from P&O saying that there is delays, and so that could be unfortunate. So the drama is not over today, and this is going to be very interesting. Anyway, let me just pop out and pay this this péage. Hold on. There we go. That is the last péage, and I'm only 25 miles away from Calais. So this is going to be very quick, and perhaps it might still be daylight if we are lucky as I approach Calais, but I shall do that anyway. Okay. So I'm minutes away from the port of Calais, but I'm worried because P&O Ferries sent a message saying that the border control, there are big delays at the border control, indicating they're indicating that the next ferry, should I miss this one, will be 3 hours later. So that's a bit of a pain. I will just turn the camera around. So as you can see, we are we're only minutes away now. Hopefully you might have seen the signage saying ferry. Anyway, I'll shoot again as I approach the border and find out how bad the delays might be. Hopefully things have got better and I do catch my ferry. That would be good. So this is what they are probably talking about. P&O Ferries. Okay, so it looks like we get through there. So we're getting through okay. P&O Ferries. Can I go? Nope. Yep, it looks like yeah, okay, I'll get back in a moment. Okay, so I've just got through the ticket gate, but now we've got border control, and that's where the problem is. I don't think it's because you go through the British border control and the French border control, and I don't know which one is the problem, but the guy indicated that this queue is going to be a long time. So anyway, but it looks like I'm on the 2240 crossing, which okay, it's 9 now, so that's an hour and something. So that's not too bad. I might treat myself to a burger and fries or something like that. And also the sole of my shoe has come off. You know, these disasters happen, I suppose. Anyway, it really is not. I'll take that. I will take that win. 2240. I had been warned the ferry could be 1:30 in the morning, so that's really not bad. Yeah, this queue really does look like it is moving very slowly. The guy that gave me the ticket actually said that border control, they haven't opened enough gates, and do not know why. Anyway, I'm going to chill for a moment, and everyone is sounding their horns for some reason. I don't know if you can hear that. People aren't impressed, it seems. The jam is moving, but we're definitely yeah, this is taking time because I go through this and another place. Yeah, I do apologize. There is more video of horror and delay. I actually am here well on time, but yeah, I can see that things are not moving. And I could be spending this time with a burger and a coffee, Anyway, yeah, queues. Gosh, I suppose this part of the journey, in contrast to this morning, this is pretty grotty, but the whole thing is fine really, because I'm in one piece. The actual sailing time is only 40 minutes later, so that's pretty good. But I am tired, and I'm really tired. Anyway, if anything interesting happens, I will grab my camera, hopefully. So, through security and all that sort of thing, and I'm going to try and purchase something, and hopefully a coffee. So it closes at 10, and I'll turn the camera out. So this is the cafe and the place that is for all the waiting cars for the next ferry, and it's closed. In fact, I've never been here when it's been open. Anyway, it's all good. Okay, so it looks like we're heading onto the ferry. So I thought I would show you this because it's interesting. And oh gosh, I'm closer to grabbing. I might even get fish and chips again. I'm feeling like I should treat myself. Anyway, let's see. Well, this is very strange because where we were parked, it appears that we're being taken to a different dock. I'm just following the guy in front of me, and gosh, this is very interesting. Gosh, this is chaos. Yeah, it really does seem strange because we've gone. Excuse me, this is going to
the black one over there.
this is going to Dover.
Yeah, that's right, yes.
Okay.
Allez-y.
Okay, merci. How very strange. Gosh. Gosh, it looks it does have the feeling of being very disorganized, because we were parking to join a ferry, you know, about half a mile away, and I've just been following the car in front of me. Anyway, apparently this is the queue that's going to Dover. Wow, how interesting. So how crazy is this? I'm going to turn the camera around. Hold on. So I've just been following the car in front of me, and I can see there is a P&O ferry there, and I have no idea what lane I'm supposed to be in, but the lane, I'm following the black car in front of me, which is what I've done, and I can see there's P&O there, and who's going where and where we should be, I have no idea. So I've been driving around, literally around Calais, like a headless chicken, and I've eventually found someone with an orange jacket, and I've headed over to what I think is the right place that I should be. Now, you can't believe it. Now, I think you can see that there are loads of cars near me. I think this is the ferry that we are getting on, and I think we'll be loading here. I have no idea. Gosh, what a thing, hey? So I've just overheard a conversation, and there has been some problems with the port. And the guy next to me was supposed to sail at 9 p.m. I was supposed to sail at 10 p.m. It's now 10:44, and so it's now 10:45, and we're still here. So there is some emergency scheduling or something. I don't know. Anyway, we're all in one piece. This G-Shock Gold run from the south of France back to the UK is being quite interesting so far. I've slightly woken up because I felt the need to work out what's going on here, because yeah, we are it looks like we are at I'll turn the camera around. It looks like we are at the old part of Calais, and I still think that this don't know if you can see it, there's some trucks coming off a ferry here. I think that's the ferry that we are going to get on, and there's a lot of chaps over there with red tops on. They're the people who I've watched other people talk to them, and we do seem to be in the right place now, although I've no idea where we are. Anyway, I thought I'd show you this interesting situation that I find myself in. So the truck's coming off now. They are having to swing round there and then zoom past me. There is a feeling of chaos here, but I'm sure that someone has got an idea what's going on. Anyway, the people in orange have told, I've heard them tell other people that they are in the right place. But how interesting. Yeah. Right now, the G-Shock Square Gold Run isn't so gold. It really isn't. There's trucks that look lost, people look lost, and the cars look lost. But I'm sure that we're in the right place. So it's just interesting. Anyway. Bonjour.
Super, merci beaucoup, monsieur. Keep this one from the car to the top, please.
Merci.
Thank you, au revoir.
Okay. Okay, so we're on the ferry. I don't know for sure that this is going to Dover, but I'm pretty sure that it is. Because the guy saw my ticket and he did point me this way, so I'm assuming this is correct. But I wanted to show you my entrance and which way am I going? Okay. Okay. What a thing. I mean, it's quite an adventure, really, what's happened today. Anyway, I'm closer to fish and chips and a cup of coffee, or hot chocolate. It might be a hot chocolate at this time, but we shall see. Okay, there we go. I really don't want to film much here. It's actually very busy, but I've just chosen a part of the boat that is less busy. But yeah, it's a very busy here. I don't think the mosquitoes are here, but I've got the mosquito bites, which is a real nuisance. Maybe I had some in the car, they hitched a lift or something. Anyway, we're about to get off the ferry, so I'll turn the camera around and show you that. Okay, I think we are moving. I just found another bug in the car, so it looks like I have some French bugs in the car, and that's why I've been bitten on my arm. The Gold Run. I think today has really been a day of traffic jams. And I think one of the reasons this ferry is busy is perhaps because of the football, but apparently there has been other problems that the ports have been experiencing, so that's why there has been delays. Anyway, we are moving now, I think. Yeah, a little. Okay. I spoke too soon again. We are now stationary inside the ferry. We've been here for about 10 minutes. Normally when we arrive at port and the front gate opens, normally we are off, but yeah, 10 minutes. Maybe longer actually, maybe a quarter of an hour, and still on the ferry. Yeah, this has been an interesting run. My face might be appearing red because of all the car red lights that are illuminating me, so that's why I've got a red face. And I'm speaking because I'm now stuck in the ferry, inside the ferry, and I can see nothing is moving ahead. I'm sure that, well, I just don't know. Anyway, the saga continues. What I did get before I left the ferry, before I came downstairs to get in the car, is I grabbed a coffee. Now I was hoping to drink this whilst we were driving along, but it's been so long, I thought I'd better drink it whilst it's still hot. Well, it's now warm. Anyway, I do apologise. Yeah. Imagine if I got off this ferry and it wasn't Dover. My goodness. I don't know if you can see how busy it is. It's really quite crazy. They must be the cars that are waiting to board. So that's a midnight crossing. Anyway, I'm about to touch UK soil. Almost. I was just noticing all this activity. So it's about midnight, and there's a lot of commercial vehicles waiting to get on the ferry that I've just got off. So there's a lot of activity around here. I've done the midnight crossing before. It's quite interesting. It'll be interesting going through customs here. I wonder what they're going to do. So we then converge onto one lane. It feels very chaotic and disorganized, to be really honest. The whole ferry thing this time, and receiving text messages saying that P&O expects delays. So they must have known that something was going on, but this has been rotten, and the traffic through Paris was very rotten. So yeah. Anyway, let me get through this bit. So yeah, this has been it's felt very chaotic, and I feel to always be in a queue and trying to work out where I am, even though I've been here before, but I think we're okay. So back in the UK, I'm on an empty road. It's about 1 in the morning, and I have 2.5 hours of driving ahead of me, and the coffee seems to be working, and we're all good. Okay, I'm in the Dartford Tunnel right now. So I'm so I was waiting for some light to come into the car, and I don't know if you can see me, but I wanted the light come in so that I can say good night, because the timing looks good. I'm going to be back door to door, just short of 20 hours, and I don't feel too bad actually. But I know that I need to concentrate right now, and I'll be fine. So guys, I hope this wasn't too painful, and I'm going to say good night, and I do hope this was interesting, and sleep well if you're watching this in the evening.